Hello everyone, I bring you here to the screen of infinite mouses in order to, well, I wanted to start something. I wanted to start this for a while actually. I wanted to start a devlog for Rollerbacks and perhaps for other games as well that I work on. And well, today I've come to the conclusion that if I did not start it eventually, I would never have started it. And coming to think of it, it was a pretty stupid conclusion. But hey, here we are. So today I had to do a few icons for a few things that I have planned for the future. Nothing too special here. I will go with you with some of the icons. Perhaps 1 or 2 or 7, whatever. I will do some icons with you guys. I will stop this thing as soon as I don't know, as soon as I see fit. And without further ado, let's get started, I believe. The first icon I wanted to make is, you can see we start here with the template. The template is just here to serve as a guideline, as the game will stamp this thing on top of the image once the image is loaded. So the template here is more to guide myself about where should I put the pixels, you know. So I'm thinking here. The first one is for an active. Upgrade. Active skill, I believe, was the name that I used. And basically, it was an active skill. The idea was an active skill that creates an upgrade when you use it. So something like an airdrop was the idea, you know. So I believe I can go something along those lines of a cube. Let me see here if I can render a cube. I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't think so. So, well, the best way to start doing a cube is to do it like a child would do. We first off start cubing it. Actually, I want it a little bit more, a little bit wider. You'll understand why in a bit. So there is this cube. Now we grab it. Great. I want another layer. We do this thing. Great. Actually, this layer goes behind. Now we actually have to select all first. Now we will create some additional stuff. Actually, I believe like this for now, because this isn't the final cube, is more of some guidelines. So I want this thing a little bit round, like this, perhaps. Yeah, going like this is not what I wanted. Like this, perhaps. But then I will want to move it there, move it there. Actually, I will put it here, like so. But I want to remove some corner pieces of it, like this one and this one. See? And I believe actually, yeah, I will have to do this here. And here as well. Now that we have the first thingy, yeah, that's how I'm calling them, thingies. Let me put them on the top and recolor them a bit so I can, not what I meant. What did happen there? Oh yeah, this is what I meant. So, the idea here is pretty simple. We shall clone these a few times. I'm not really naming the layers because I will soon merge them. I'm not very smart, am I? Not very smart, am I? Please let me clone just you. I will soon be merging them all. I'm just doing this so that I can use one pixel, yes, like this. Oh, not what I meant to do. I did not mean to zoom that thing over there. So, this thing goes over here, like this, like so. Yeah. And I accidentally created all the four in one layer. No problem, I would merge them anyway. So this is how the the square should look like. All right. Now I want to make a very cartoonesque type of box, you know. And because of that, I believe I want to make some kind of, I have an idea here. Should I? Because I want to move the entire thing, but I will do that later. First of all, let me do the box and then so first of all, we select just a middle square and get rid of these stupid layers. Okay, they're not stupid, but you'll get what I mean. Actually, I did not need to do the extra wedges, did I? Don't think so. Anyway, I did them anyway. So remember what I'm doing here? Create another layer. Almost there. Great. Now I want this to be, it will be color A. Let's make color A red, okay? What I'm doing here is, okay, I will zoom in a little bit more. Now for color B, I will make color B black, like this. Great. Now how I will do it, I believe I can do it this way, which is like vertical plank here, like make them so like they are. I don't think I will, however. I can make them like this way. Perhaps a little bit wider, so it feels a little bit more cartoonish. Yeah, that's fine. I missed it by a few pixels, but I could do wherever I wanted and just move them there. Also, want to do something like this. I could only do one thing and then rotate it a few times, but honestly it's not that much work currently. Now I believe this thing here is a good top section of the board, it seems. And so I will rename it as top section. This might not work at all, but this will be the top section of the box, and I'll just adjust it to fit the top section nicely. So anyway, what else do I want to do? I want to do something like this to give it an outline. It is currently red, but in the place of the red I will put some texture later, you know. Great. Now that we have the outer frame of the box, I want to do something interesting here. I should be able to render a grid. Square grid checker maker. So the idea here, as you can see, really, I made it 50 by 50 by chance. Okay. So, since this thing is 50 by 50, vertical step. What about doing like this? And since it is 50 by 50, there are the problem is 49 is an almost prime. It is just 7 times something. 51. 51 is a multiple of 3. Yes, it is 3 times 17. So let's try 17. See? That's perfect. Yes, that's perfect. Or I could try 52, basically increasing the line width, which I like. And 52 is a multiple of... Is this a multiple of 8? No. 52 is a hard one, isn't it? 52 is 13 times 4. So... Isn't it? 52 divided by 2 is 26 divided by... I'm confused. Oh, okay, that's because... No? That's on lines. Yeah, that's almost what I want, but I don't want a vertical line on the... Oh, I can just erase the bottom, the lines. I believe like this is the best I can do. Great. Now, grid mode, grid checkers. Oh, cool, I can do this. I did not know that. But anyway, I will now delete the vertical. Not like this, Verde, not like this. Where are my Ctrl Z's? Yeah. Let me just spoof them out of existence. Thank you. And now we have vertical planks. Okay. I will make the color of the inner planks different from the color of the outer planks. Mostly because I want to know, wait a second, there is another thing I have to fix, which is the width of these lines. I want them to be a little bit wider. If that's the case, these planks are now different width, aren't they? Tell me, will any one of you noticed that I screwed this up? Oh, you will? Okay, I will do it again. We'll do it again. That's fine. Now the area is 48. 48 plus 2 is 50. 50, you can do 5 blanks. I will do 5 blanks. 50 is 10 times this thing. Great, now center on area because it's great. Now my consciousness will be spared. Now there is another thing which haunts me. It haunts me pretty much, which is the fact that this thing is way too larger. Excuse me? This thing is way too larger than this thing. As you can see, this thing is 50% larger than this thing. The ideal situation there would be for these to be a little bit, okay, Verde, chill. Chill a bit. Okay, just chill. For the side section, I want it a little bit different than the top section, but very little. So I will copy the top section to the side section. Okay. And I'll actually change what I want, which is I want to change these. Oh God, not what I meant. Excuse me. Want to change these into these. Great? Great. But Verde, now you have to do this all. Okay, one part is copied. Now we can get very done. Okay, now that we have both the side section. Okay, first of all, I realized that I made a little bit of a doofus here. Does this word exist, doofus? 78, so yeah, I might have to do this all over again. Because Verdes did not think about it. Okay, let me just take a look of how long is the recording going. Okay, we have time. Yeah. So the problem here is that the section should be on the entire thingy, and it isn't. Like, anyway, we have a sketch for the top section here and the side section, okay? Okay, so let me do it like, first of all, select everything, get rid of the section, top section, final. Yeah, it never, let me do the render. What is render? Oh, here it is. So this area is 200 by 200, but I want the outskirts of it. Actually, I'll make the lines wider, mostly because it will be reduced, I believe, 3 times. And I still want them very large, so I'll make them very wide, actually. very wide, I said. And what else? Yes, I want, first of all, do I want since it is like this, how much area do we have left? We have left, what happens if I put like this? It is very much what I want, kinda. It is kind of what I want. Okay, yes. But now if you can see that if I increase the step, I have to keep the step at a submultiple of 200, I believe. 20 is a submultiple of 200. I believe 25 is as well. And that would render me with this amount. The next one would be 40. Yes, 40 is the best one, I believe. It's either 40 and this one should be straight up 200. Okay, how? Yes, this is going fine, mostly. I want this to be the top section, right? So in the top section, first of all, what's the size of this thing? 34. Let's do something unusual here. Yes, because then you can see there are these 6 white stripes, right? I shall make one. Like this. Just fit it there, fit in it in. Oh, okay. My English is not very good, is it? Actually, it is acceptable at most. So, let's go. I believe 1 pixel down? Yes. This is what we want for both of the sections, actually. The top one will have diagonal thingies, and the other one, I will actually already delete these. So I will duplicate this one right now, and no, not yet. This is not the final yet. So for the side one, it is very easy. I just have to do something like this here, something like that there as well, something like that here. Great. Side section is kind of done. Now for the top section, we want top section. I have an idea actually. What if we did something like this? Then something like this. Perfect. It was actually pretty fast. See? Top section is done, side section is done. But Verde, how do you turn these into boxes? Glad you asked in Strawman that I just created when I will now use another effect that I have here, which is perspective transformation. And now I will start doing my thing, because I will unmark these things and mark these things. And actually, let me duplicate this layer just for the action and the distort perspective transformation. So what does this do? Transforms it into itself, which is I just realized I don't know how to use the thing that I'm using. This is upper right, right? Upper right, upper left. Lower right, lower left. What should this do? Nothing yet. What if I do this? What should this do? Yes, it is approximately this what I want. Okay. Problem? Yes, there is a problem. So now we have to calculate stuff, which is always fun, right? Let me grab a calculator real quick. On this one. So this one is, this position here is it right? Let me just paint it. No, it wasn't right. I want the very edge. This one is 62, 68, right? The 62 will be 100 minus, no, 62 minus 100. 62 minus 100 divided by 100. So is not 3/8. Okay. Thankfully, since we are using things of this and this one, not there, is okay. It is quite easy to figure out where I want this stuff. I just have to zoom in a little bit. Effect, distort. Excuse me, where are you? Here you are. So the upper left. Oh, great. I hope that this thing would work. So I have to. So I have for now two corners. 39, 45, and minus 38, minus 32. That will be annoying, but let's do this. If I select this thing, not this thing, but this thing, and then select this thing, and then it won't. But I have this. Oh, I have that 62 over there. So this is minus dot 38. This is minus dot 32. Okay, this is upper right. So this position is also minus dot 32. I did not mean to do that thing. Did not mean to press enter. We are probably only gotta do one, right? We will only be able to do one. What is this one? 139. actually 139145. Am I right? Yes, 139145. Where are you? Distorted perspective. 139. Am I right? I should actually fill this one first, right? So I can cheat, basically. See? It is now transformed. But the amount of samples it took, it wasn't the, I want more samples. No. This. Take a little bit longer, but it would be finer, I believe. Yeah. This transformation is done. Now we invert. The next one is the scary part, because I want this guy on a position which, oh no, it, I actually, wait a second, I actually then want to fact distort. Where are you? Here you are. These things are the positive ones. Should be one further. See? Now it's a little bit more. Great. Now that we have this layer 2, can you see the layer 3 and the points we have together? Now I will actually write them down. Oh, you saw my notes there for a second. I will actually write them down because I am a forgettable person. 13968. Right. This is the first one. This is the second one. 17037. This is the top right, top left, top right. Now bottom left, which is 139. I know, people, there is probably a better way of doing this, but I'm Verde. I do things the wrong way sometimes. Most of the time, actually. 170114. This is bottom right. Now we have to grab a little bit of this one. How will actually duplicate this? Duplicate layer, and I'll actually make it so that we can see it. And remember, the bottom Bottom ones have the this number should be greater. This number should be greater. And why is this number should be greater? No. I believe this will do, right? This is 37. Damn. So for the numbers greater than for this number is minus 32, minus dot 32, and this one is minus dot 63. Am I right? Yes. I believe this shall do the trick. There should be probably a better way of doing this, but I don't care. I will do this my way. So let's get into it. Distort perspective transformation. Oh, we do have a preview. That makes things easier. Wait a second. Yeah, I am a dum-dum. I could do this. I could have done this all the time. Not there though. Actually, get out here real quick. I will make you red, just to make things easier on myself. Now I will make you visible, and I will use the thingy. So first of all, let's fix the you. You will be around there and around there. That should be fine. Now for the lower right, this number is the same as that one, and this number is slightly bigger, just a tiny bit bigger, right? Or smaller, I don't know. Anyway, lower right, let me put you here. For now I will put you there, but you will in lower left and upper left. We'll go here, and look at that. Already kind of works, but the texture is a little bit skewed. And also, you would be better if you were there. Antalias. Oh, I see what. What is this? Oh, cool. Very cool. My problem here is that these lines are now very hard to see. See? And for the top section, these lines are very hard to see now. So I would have probably, but actually, in the zoomed out version, it will be fine. Okay? Just trust me, it will be fine. Ouch. top section, final. You will get distorted. Perspective transformation. See, I don't want you there, actually. I was wondering, what if I could keep these, like lower left? If I made them consistently, so the lower left became cancel. Perspective transformation, yes. First of all, upper left. Yes, upper left goes here, I believe. Upper right. The same position, really. But a little bit down. This. Like this. Now lower right. Lower right shall be the last one. Lower left. Yeah, this should do it. Now this guy, you'll have to go up a fair bit until this thing's around there. And now there. And actually, oh, I can make the box be opening. That would be a cool thing. But no. Let's just... I really like these things, though. Let's just stick to the plan, okay? We have a box. If we zoom out a bit, it looks like a box. Great, great. Now our box still looks like it is made out of paper, which is not that great, but we will fix that. Actually, we can remove these layers. And let me see how this box stands with the background. Not that great, not that great. So the idea is to move the box to fit the background a little bit better. Not the background, we should move the box. And actually, we can make it smaller a bit. Yeah, it will make it blurry, but that's alright. Great. Now we have a box. About the background now. Okay. Background, I will just do gradient for like this. Actually, let me just do in the hex area. Like I want to make it look like the box is falling out from the sky, okay? I will try to make that impression. So I want something among these lines. Okay. I will color the box later and make it feel more prettier than it is right now. I could also have done the entire box with maths, but nah. I like this perspective transformation thing. So you can see the secondary color there. Let me redo the gradient real quick. Oh, the secondary, yes, it is currently the same as. I want to look like the sky, but the gradient doesn't have to. I want it to be a little bit more subtle. So now we have this background. Now we come here, we render some clouds, because why not, right? IO clouds. Actually, we have to, the primary should be this color. What if, and the secondary, actually switch them off. Secondary should be opaque. Now we render some colors, some clouds. So my idea, actually, the background should be white and just partially opaque. I'll put 100 because of my thingy. Render, what are you? Render clouds. Now it looks like they are clouds. Now the clouds are a little bit too excessive, to be honest. Sadly, I cannot mess with this thing while I'm using the other thing. That would be perfect, but no. So let's mess with the scale. Like this. Great. And also, I will try to purposefully make the sky a little bit darker, because otherwise you will not be able to see that they are clouds. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Let's just focus on the other things first, currently. So the background is kind of done, kind of. Time to, well, these edges. Let's do something about them. Not in this layer though. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Thank you, Painted, on that. I just want to make some edges a little bit more visible. Actually, you know what I should do to make it look properly cartoonish? I should select globally with a little bit more tolerance. A little bit more tolerance. Yes, this will be black. Right. The rest of it should be white. See? A lot more cartoonish, I believe. Yeah, it does look a little bit off if you skew your eyes a little bit. But we now have a box. A cartoonish box, if you will. Actually, there are a small bit of corrections here and there. Like, yay! Yes, Anyway, we have a box. A boxy box. A boxy box of boxes. There are some lines which are very wanky, and I'm just reinforcing them. Actually, they are very much alright. Anyway, we have this box. What do we do with said box? Well, we want colors on the box. 4 brown to exist. Excuse me. for brown to exist. You'll see this is not that brownish if you look at this, right? It is very non-brownish. This is brown, yay. But I want some of the blanks to be a little bit more other colors, excuse me, to be a little bit brighter, okay? Like this. Great, great. It gives just a little bit of different structure to the box. Actually, these will be a little bit darker as well, just to make it a little bit more structurized. And for the edges, do I want black? That's my question. Or do I want very dark brown? Like this one. Now, it looks cartoonish, but it looks boxy enough. Yes, that thing is awarded. Totally. I did not just invent that. So anyway, let's make the box fall. How, you ask? Well, I could just add some I forgot the name for them, something lines, but some motion lines, but I actually believe I prefer not that much the distance, some motion blur, but great. And I believe I only want the motion blur on the top side, so no motion blur here. See? Now it looks like it's falling. A little bit too... I have a little bit of a problem with my motion blur there, which I'll show that to you. Motion blur, centered, not centered. Yes, this is what I want. Very funny, isn't it? Now it looks like it's falling. Yes, there is one problem, however, that is, it looks like it's falling, but it is also out of the grid. So, no, thank you. And there is another thing that looks a little bit off to me. I need something. Let me just undo this thing. I think the background is too light for me. Yes, I will have to redo the background real quick. I want something a little bit darker. It's so dark. Great. Not what I wanted. I want white on white, but the second white I want to be very transparent. Perhaps this shall work this time, but I don't know. Now you can see there are way too many clouds and the background is too noisy. What should I do? Well, first of all, I should have rendered these things on another layer. Secondly, what about not what I wanted to do. What about transparency back? Forgot the word for it. Transparency. Yes, like this. Great. And now I can perhaps add this motion blur. Like this way, it looks like there's a smoke on the top of the thing, which isn't exactly what I want. But this way, the motion blur looks a little bit too visible. This brings the notion that it is falling, but also it is falling a little bit too perfectly. Let me just blur it a little bit. And I can even increase the transparency. See? Now we got an icon. Actually, what about making it drop a little bit more? Oh, God. Like so. Still looks like it's falling. But now it gives too much of a focus to the clouds above. Actually, I believe it would be better without the blur, the falling thing. Perhaps with a different background. I don't know. Yes, most of the time you will hear me just saying, I don't know. And that's fine. People don't know stuff. Yeah. Do I add some ground? Like, to make the box sit on the ground instead of just exist midair. I'll try it. If it is strange, I remove it. Right? Give me an ellipse of this color. And I don't what is on this layer? Absolutely nothing. So let me create something along these lines. So it says background, but okay, time for another ellipse. I want it to seem a little bit more long than it is. Yes, I'll add some texture to that later, but for now, this already looks better. To be honest, this already looks better. Even without the shadow, I don't think I'll even add a shadow, to be honest. It is not that clear where the sun is in this photo. On this picture. I'll just add a little bit of a gradient to the thing because I am a little bit, excuse me, thank you. I am a little bit paranoid with gradients. Yeah, it became too gradienty. Like this. Now, the problem there is that while there is something interesting, I actually want my secondary color to be very like the primary, but a little bit darker. This way it is noticeable. This way. Great, great. Now, looking at the... I will not put a shadow there. I could put a shadow there, but I probably shouldn't. if I keep the motion blur there, I should probably add some impact thing, but I won't. I won't put any impact thing. I just want something real quick. Effects, noise, add noise. Not this much noise, not this much. The noise is a little bit too intense. Yes. Actually, I wanted to cover, want it to be a little bit more intense. I want it to cover a little bit less. And then I'll add some, yes, this is a cheap tactic I use in order to try to get grass texture. Okay, don't judge me. Grassy texture 101. Actually, instead of a motion blur in a singular direction, I should actually, there is a zoom blur. The center position should be over there. Yeah, that's fine. The amount should be it looks like the grass is waving, doesn't it? The grass texture thingy. And one thing that stands up in my mind, the grass would be like on the front of this thing. So let's create a layer in the front of this thing. Let us get rid of you temporarily. Let's create an area where we want the grass to be in. And noise, actually it has to be pre-filled. Yes, like this. Right. This amount of noise is fine. Now you want to delete this, like this. And remember that blur we did a time ago? I want to add the same blur. And now we have something akin to grass growing there on the sides. Okay, it is very, very filthy, but it works. Perhaps my area wasn't that good, to be completely fair. Let us do a different area, right? Honestly, this whole area should be fine. Paint it. Oh, because the tolerance is too low. That's fine. Now we noise it. Now we remove the ugly things like this. Now we turn into grass. My problem here is that this grass is barely visible. So what I'll do is I'll turn it more visible using a trick of mine. And I'll re-enable this. It is still visible. I haven't thought about that. I have an idea. My initial selection, excuse me, my initial selection shall be clean layer, this. Then I want to, not in this image, paint this color, effects, noise, head noise, this noise, perfect. I have to lower this thing quite much, actually not that much, otherwise, yeah, how much grass? This amount? This amount seems fine. Zoom blur to make it look like grass. And then I will erase the blur, the grass that looks to be on top of the that starts. Actually, I should have done that like here-ish. Great. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Want to make it a little bit more visible. Yeah, that's fine. Way too much time making grass. Anyway, I want here now on the box itself, on the every single part of the box, I want some noise, some very black noise. Why? Well, you'll see. And these, I want a vertical blur. Centered motion blur. On these and these, I want it to be sideways. On these, I want it to make about 45-degree angles. These as well. I know the angle there isn't properly 45 degrees, but it does the trick, right? And now we have it. We have a strange box, which is something. This will be the icon for the one last adjustment. Yes. A little bit of Gaussian blur. Not much, just a pixel. Just to, because I wanted. Anyway, here we go, I believe. I will actually save this thing as the, first of all, as a PNG. It will be drop skill. Yeah, it would be drop skill. So anyway, that was it. If you guys enjoyed the process, don't forget to leave a like, I guess. And welcome back to the infinite vortex of mouses. I just loved seeing this, really. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.